Many parts of the world have used compressed natural gas to fuel vehicles longer than the United States. But now the CNG industry in the U.S. is booming. Energy experts consider Oklahoma the nation's leader in compressed natural gas technology and the use of CNG in public and private fleets of trucks. And Oklahoma has more CNG fuel stations per capita than anywhere in the nation.
When O&R traveled to Bangladesh earlier this year, small taxis fueled by compressed natural gas were everywhere in Dhaka, a city of 16 million people. Just one indication of how much the rest of the world has used CNG, while the United States depended on gasoline. Tulsan Meredith Weber is the North American Vice President for Oasis Engineering, which makes high-flow CNG valves and components. Oasis is based in New Zealand.
For years, the world has been using natural gas as a transportation fuel. Most of the people that we get our oil from, Iran, Iraq, and those areas, Saudi Arabia, they're running their vehicles on natural gas because they would rather run on natural gas and sell the oil to us at a high price.
When it comes to fueling vehicles with CNG, the United States is now playing catch-up to the world, and experts in the industry say Oklahoma is leading the way. Tom Sewell launched Tulsa Gas Technologies more than 2 decades ago. The company is the leading manufacturer of CNG dispensers in North America.
We've done 1,000 of these in the United States. We also have a setup in New Delhi, India. We've built at least 500 of them just in India market alone. We've got these in Egypt, we've got them in Pakistan, Bangladesh.
Sewell was one of the sponsors for this year's first Natural Gas Vehicles Oklahoma Conference held in Tulsa. It drew people from 36 states and 5 other nations who have a vested interest in watching how CNG expansion is working in the state.
When the fuel is from here and the equipment is from here and all the labor to service and supply all those vendors, this is a huge boom for just a financial boom from Oklahoma. And I tell you, the big thing about it is we pay taxes in Oklahoma on this fuel. This is not a tax-free industry. We pay around 30 cents a gallon in taxes.
Sewell and others in the CNG industry credit Governor Mary Fallin in part for the rapidly increasing demand for CNG. A few years ago, Fallin went to Detroit and proposed a conglomerate bid among states to encourage the automakers to produce CNG vehicles.
Pitched this idea that we would get the governors to come together, and we ended up with, I think it was 26 plus states that went in on a bid to buy CNG vehicles, and they started making these cars.
But Detroit is not the only player manufacturing CNG vehicles. Crane Carrier of Tulsa builds the CNG-fueled trash trucks used to pick up city refuse. More than 40 of the trucks are now CNG, and 27 of Tulsa's metro buses also run on CNG. In the private sector, business leaders are finding CNG to boost their businesses. Gary Rutgers is the operations manager for Seaboard Transportation, which began switching to CNG-fueled trucks 2 years ago. He says while the initial cost of CNG vehicles may be higher than conventional trucks, the return on investment can be seen in 1 to 2 years.
It's an impressive bottom line number for anyone that's looking at CNG. It's working. We're across the country with it. When a lot of people said it couldn't be done, we're doing it every day. So, and I think the rest of the panel will agree. It's a good time to be in CNG. It's a good time to be in Oklahoma Corporation and being in the trucking business.
OnQ Express now has 15 CNG fueling stations in Oklahoma and 3 under construction, helping to make Oklahoma the lead state for the number of CNG stations.
We're at 82 stations right now. We have more stations than the state of Texas. And anytime we can beat Texas, that's fantastic.
With new drilling technology, the supply of natural gas is expected to remain abundant, providing CNG customers with fuel that is consistently 40% cheaper than gasoline.